Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you, I say Shalom. This is the brother Mayaka Allah from the GMS West Palm Beach camp. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And through the spirit, I was fellowshipping with a couple of brothers yesterday. And, at the end of the night, or near the end of the night, we heard a train go by, and we heard the siren, not the sirens, but the horn go off on the train. And brother was said it sounded like trumpets, right? Because the trumpets, there's various sounds for trumpets, right? Some trumpets are sound for a celebration, but some trumpets are sound for the preparation of war. So the scripture talks about blow ye the trumpet in Zion. It's supposed to be a warning sign, all right? And through the spirit, we're starting to see the development of World War III becoming mainstream. Because, like I said and other brothers have said, World War III has already started. It just hasn't been labeled as World War III, right? And it's been the U.S., really, Amalek, because Amalek really runs the U.S. government. It's been their main objective ever since, before, 9/11, to invade and start war with Iran. They wanted to destabilize the whole Middle East area so they could, basically put democracy in place instead of what they have, man. Because Esau, Edom, they just want everything to themselves, man. They have the fatness of the earth, but it's not enough. They want everything, man. What the scripture talks about how woe to him that buildeth on basically what woe to him that buildeth a city that's not his. Perfect paraphrasing, man. Let me get that real quick, Lord willing. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Right. This is what Esau Edom is doing, man. They wanna build everything by blood. How was the United States built? By blood, rape, robbery of and the Northern Kingdom, man. All right, but we're starting to see what's going on now. It says Iran launches retaliatory attack on Israel with hundreds of drones, missiles. All right, because what they launch is something they calling kamikaze drones, where the drones, I guess they have a bomb on them, and they set them to a target, and they just fly into the target and explode, man. Kamikaze meaning they're not planning on returning the drone back to the sender, man. All right, so Iran is now joining in this war and attacking Israel, which is the ally of the U.S. or Babylon, man. And what does it say in Jeremiah, man? Damn, Salakia, I'm not used to this app. Salakia, real quick. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom. All right. Edom is another term for the modern day so-called white man, so-called Caucasian, and Amalek, the so-called J-dubs, man, the wish man. But just because your skin complexion may look like white doesn't mean you're an Edomite, man. We try the spirit by the spirit, but nonetheless, this is against Esau Edom, the scripture, right? And his purpose, Salakia, Jeremiah 49:20, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he taketh against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them, right? And the least of the flock is talking about Amalek, man. Because Amalek is the least of the flock, but they're still the head honcho of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Like, even the United States government, I did a lesson on this, I think about a year ago, during the time where that nigga Kanye West was in the news and shit, about how Esau Edom and Amalek, how they got so many people in high positions of the United States government, man. But it's not just the United States. Amalek is drawing out all these nations, and they're gonna bring them to war. Because if you go to real quick, Salakia, I'm gonna go to I forgot his name. Voldemort Zelensky. I'm gonna put religion. Voldemort Zelensky, which is the head of Ukraine, which was the actor and comedian, but they put him in a position because he's a puppet, man. All right, but he's an Amalekite puppet used to start and draw other nations into war. Voldemort Zelensky, the heroic president of Ukraine, is often held up as an example of strong wish leadership, a rarity, especially in the part of the world where anti-Semitism is historically rife, right? But what scripture says, as the leader, so are the people. So really, Ukraine is really an Amalekite country, because Ukraine and Israel go hand in hand with the things Amalek propagates, man. A lot of sodomites are in Ukraine, a lot of transformers, a lot of PDF files, right? I'm about a PDF file, but I don't mean the actual PDF file. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get the video flagged, but a lot of PDF files, when they get caught with their crime in Babylon, they flee to Israel and they escape persecution, right? There's a famous director that fled to Israel to escape persecution, man. All right? And this is what they do, man. They try to hide their sins and basically escape judgment because they know that they're off. But nonetheless, these are the people that's going to draw the United States and all these other nations into World War III, man. Right? And what does it say? What's that documentary called? All wars are bankers' wars, right? And who's in the head of the banking system, man? It's Amalek. So if all wars are bankers' wars, it's Amalek drawing these nations into the battle. So it is the least of the flock shall draw them out, all right? And this is what we're seeing now. Let me go to the book of Nahum, chapter 3. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. Now, this is addressed to ancient Nineveh, but it could be applied to modern-day Babylon or modern-day Nineveh, which is the United States, man. All right, because the United States has many names, many synonyms in the scriptures, man. All right? The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, right? This is going into the bloodshed of these nuclear missiles, man. All right? Because you best believe, according to biblical prophecy, according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the United States will be destroyed in World War III via thermonuclear missiles and by the weaponry of the chariots of Yahushai, man. All right? Verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, which is talking about United States, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. And what does the scripture say about witchcraft, man? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. All right, so by law, the United States, by the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the United States can't be, has a death sentence. They've been found guilty, and one of the crimes they've been found guilty of is witchcraft. And the punishment for witchcraft is death. It's like if a super criminal got arrested, went to court, they'll read out all of his charges, and he'll have a sentence for each charge. So one of the charges against the United States, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 47, is witchcraft, man. All right. So and since they're found guilty of witchcraft, the sentence is execution. All right, and that's just one charge. All right, and the United States has a plethora of charges, man. Nahum 3 and 4, Salakia, Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. Right? The Lord's about to expose Esau, Edom, and the United States, man. That's why the scripture talks about the beast hating the whore, man. Because everything that they done is going to be exposed, man. All right? And this is the time that we're in, man. This is the time the Lord was prophesying about. And we're reading this out of the Old Testament, man. It's prophesied, the Babylon is prophesied to be destroyed also in the New Testament too. But it's going to show you, A, how wicked Babylon was going to be, and B, how much disdain and hatred the Lord has for Babylon. And by him wanting to destroy it before it was even created. Because he declares the end from the beginning, man. The Lord knew what time it was, man. Joel 2 and 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Right? And that trumpet is an alarm, it's a warning, man. Because war is coming. And it's time to, for us as men to gird up our loins. Not for us to, join the military and fight against these nations, but join the military of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, and put on a righteous armor, man. And the only sword we should be picking up is our Bibles, man, because we're in a time that the Lord prophesied about where he's going to destroy this place. But before he destroys this place, all hell is going to break loose, man. And the only stability and foundation we're going to have is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And we're not going to get that from people in the world. We're not going to get that from these so-called leaders, man. We want to get that from the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and, and following the examples that he set forth for us, such as the ancient men, our forefathers written about in the scriptures, but also people that we see in our lifetimes now, that we should follow righteous examples, such as the elders and apostles of the great millstone, man. Joel 2 and 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right. The day of the Lord is coming and it's nigh at hand, man. We're in the time of the return of the Lord, man. These are the days that we're living in. We're living in the greatest generation ever. Not only great for its wickedness, because there's never been a generation as wicked as this one, but it hasn't even reached its peak wickedness yet, because it's going to get worse, man. Scripture talks about 2 Ezra 5, how evils shall be multiplied in the earth, man. So we're coming to a time we're in a time where the Lord's going to have to return and deliver us, man. So we're in the greatest time ever, man. The greatest time ever, man. We're at the end. All right, we're if the day of the Lord is nigh at hand, that means the kingdom is nigh at hand too, man. So this is a celebration. This is a time to rejoice, man. When we see articles like this, Israel getting attacked by other nations, other nations going to war with each other. Scripture talked about Matthew 24, there should be wars and rumors of wars, man. And we're in those times, man. Joel 2 and 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations, right? And this is talking about, the day of the Lord being dark, but it's also going into the great peoples, going into the nuclear missiles, man. Because the nuclear missiles, once they're used, and once Babylon is obliterated, they'll never be used again, man. There ain't going to be any ICBM missiles in the kingdom, man. There ain't going to be need for it. Because other nations aren't going to be going to war anymore. Because again, all wars are bankers' wars. But who's going to be at the head of the kingdom, man? We're going to be ruling under Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so there's no other nation that's going to attempt to go to war with the nation of Israel or gonna have the ability to go to war with other nations without our permission, man. All right, and Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. Because if another nation has a problem with another nation, they're gonna come to us, and we're gonna have to resolve it. We're gonna be judges of the earth, man. All right. Joel 2:3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Right? You hear talk about Israel's Iron Dome. Israel's Iron Dome isn't going to work, man. There's no defense. All right? Israel's going to get hit with nuclear missiles too, man. There is no defense for these thermonuclear missiles, man. Yeah, the land is as garden as Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, right? Shit is nice now, but after the nuclear missiles hit the U.S. Or Babylon, it's going to become a great desert, man. And nothing's going to live here or abide here ever again, except for desert animals. There's going to be no people living here ever again. Joel 2:4, the appearance of them is at the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, a strong people set in battle array. Right. Before their face, the people shall be much pained, and all faces shall gather blackness. Right. Because if you could picture it looking up in the sky and seeing an innumerable number, but well, it'll look like an innumerable number, but it'll really be numbered at 200 million. An innumerable number of thermonuclear missiles blacking out the sky, man. You're gonna give up hope, man. You're not gonna try to run for shelter, things of that nature. You're just gonna freeze, stop right there, look up in the sky, and that's gonna be it, man. It's gonna be terrifying, man. Verse 7: they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? And when they fall upon the sword, meaning, if they hit any defense system, it's gonna go run right through that, man. It's like a professional NFL running back and a kindergartner that plays flag football trying to block him, man. The running back's gonna run right through that shit, man. It's gonna just same thing with the nuclear missiles. It's gonna run right through the defense systems, man. It says neither shall one thrust another. I mean, they're not gonna bump into each other. You gotta think these are gonna be guided by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They're gonna be guided with greater than laser precision. So they're not gonna bump into each other in the skies and stuff like that, man. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and a wall is usually used for defense systems. So they're gonna climb that shit like it's nothing, man. It's like King David leaped walls, man. All right. Speaking of King David, real quick, if we go to the book of Psalms, chapter 137. Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. And that word raise, R-A-S-E, is going into burn it. So the Edomites screaming, burn the kingdom. Slakia, burn the temple, man. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Now, who's that talking about, man? It's not talking about ancient Babylon. That's talking about modern day Babylon, which is the United States, man. And the United States are to be destroyed. That means it's going to be destroyed. And when is it going to be destroyed? World War III. How's it going to be destroyed? Thermonuclear missiles, all right? We don't know the exact date, but we see the signs coming, man. Well, we see headlines like this, man. Iran launches retaliatory attack, right? Iran launched explosive drones and fired missiles at Israel late Saturday in its first direct attack on Israel territory, a retaliatory strike that raised the threat of a wider regional conflict as the U.S. pledged ironclad for backing for Israel, right? So now the U.S. is gonna have to, defend Israel and go after Iran, man. Psalms 137 and 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us, man. Right? And we're in a time of rejoicing, man, because we're seeing the end of the United States, man, and the end of the rulership of Esau Edom, man. We're at the end of the world. The earth is going to abide forever, but we're at the end of the time of an era of Esau Edom and the heathen ruling over us, man. We're at the end of our captivity, man. All right? It's a time to rejoice, man. Let me go to real quick, the book of Revelation, chapter 9. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes hereafter. Now woe going into a world war. So World War I is past, and there comes two more woes after. World War II is past, and now we're at World War III. And this is the last woe, man. All right, now we jump down to verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? Just like we read, in Joel 2, the missiles were likened into horsemen, right? So this is talking about the thermonuclear missiles. That's 200,000 of them, meaning 200 million, man. All right. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and Abad Babal.